The ghost is there. The ghost is there. Not a visual apparition, not a sudden chill that rattled bones, but something far more insidious. A profound, undeniable shift in the very fabric of the air around me. It was like walking into a different dimension, a space where the rules of physics seemed momentarily suspended. The specific cold spot began to bloom, not from an open window or a faulty seal, but from an invisible epicenter directly behind the armchair in the corner of my living room. It was a cold that didn't dissipate, a persistent pocket of Arctic air in a room otherwise heated to a comfortable 70 degrees. My breath hitched, a silent, involuntary gasp trapped somewhere between my ribs. Every nerve ending seemed to hum with an unbearable awareness, a primal instinct screaming danger even before my conscious mind could form a coherent thought. Then came the whisper, or perhaps it was just the rustle of my own fear playing tricks. A sound so faint it could have been the house settling, yet it carried an unmistakable resonance. A low, guttural sigh that seemed to curl around my ear. My brain frantically tried to rationalize. The old house always made noises. The draft was just a draft. But the cold deepened. The whisper seemed to echo, and a growing dread solidified within my chest, impervious to logic. A book, precariously balanced on the edge of the coffee table, suddenly slid an inch, then another, before thudding softly to the rug. There was no tremor in the floor, no bump, no logical explanation for its sudden descent. Every muscle screamed at me to run, to flee, to put as much distance as possible between myself and that ominous corner. But I was rooted, a macabre fascination mixed with pure terror holding me utterly captive. My eyes darted across the room, desperate to find the mundane source of these unsettling events, to prove my sanity was intact. But there was nothing, only the deepening shadows and the unwavering cold. The air grew heavy, almost viscous, making it difficult to draw a full breath. The presence, once subtle, now felt like a crushing weight, an unseen entity pressing in, consuming the space around me. I saw no face, no form, yet I knew it was observing me. The feeling was palpable, a gaze colder than any winter wind, dissecting me with an intensity that made my skin crawl and my heart hammer against my ribs. Then, as suddenly as it had arrived, the suffocating presence began to recede. The oppressive weight lifted, the chill lessened, and the eerie silence of an empty room slowly returned, leaving me trembling, drenched in a cold sweat. The encounter was over, but the ghost was not gone. It had merely withdrawn, leaving behind an indelible mark, a chilling promise that it would return, and that my sanctuary was no longer my own.